Hello and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland, here at the Polmedy Garage in Glasgow, where we are looking at some of the first batch of Renowns that we got way back when we started the Beltway. And the reason why we're looking at them is going to be very clear when I press X. We gotta hand them all back. It's recall time, the Renowns have to go. So, let's just send all of these that are in the garage, send them back. All of the Renowns, they have to go back. There are so many. There are actually 130 at National Busways. Oh, there are 130 Renowns in the fleet, which is a lot. But here we are. So yeah, let's just... Oh, this is pain. And also, these usage figures for the 30A are also very painful. That's waiting to go for a bus wash. Oh dear. That was meant to go on shift like 2 hours ago. Is that everyone? Is that everyone who, like, isn't busy right now? Oh my... Oh, I can see why we've got this thing that means no shift cancellations. Oh dear. Right. Renowns. Renowns go... oh, I need to go to EK as well, because EK have Renowns. Are there any in? Because, like, EK... I don't think EK have many spares in terms of Renowns. Might be wrong. They may do. Oh, there's pain. This is pain. This is lag. This is very lag. Right, okay. You go away, you go away, you go away. 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 And you. And you. Just move that over. You. We'll ignore all the shifts piling up. And what's on the other side of the VAs? Nothing. It's just... Oh yeah, we only ever got like the one batch of 24 VAs. And somehow EK have been coping just fine. So... that, I believe, is every B10 that is not sort of in use right now over at Volvo. Now, the way that bus recalls work in City Bus Manager is all the vehicles that you bought prior to the recall event popping up are subject to that recall, but any that you buy during the recall are not. And I actually do want to buy a few more Renowns just to fill up an allocation in... Well, just to make some changes on the 105 and 106. So I'm going to buy 4 more, and they're all going to be branded for the 105, because 3 of the ones that are currently branded for the 105 I'm going to brand up for the 106. Because I'm going to extend the 106, I had a really good idea to extend the 106. And that requires a few more vehicles, and the 105 is running, I think, ever so slightly short. So, let's buy 4 of you with passenger information system, and you're going to be for the 105. these buses will also come in very handy for the thingy, for coping during the recall. That's what I'm talking about. Import, repaint. I did make some changes, although the 105 was not subject to any of them, in terms of changes I made to the liveries. 105, again, not subject to any of the changes, so looks just like you would expect. I think all 5 or 6 of my free parking spaces are currently in the sort of this end of the garage, so in use. How are they all in use? They are all waiting for bus wash, because there's only the 3. Ah, yeah, that's not good. That is not good, TM. But are there any other Renowns that need to go? Nope, that's also waiting for a bus wash. It was meant to go on shift 4 hours ago, just cancel it. And indeed. You go there, you go there. So, I don't know how many that is that I've sent off. I think it's a lot of them. It's just, our 3 bus washers are struggling. I didn't realise that was a problem. Although it explains our low reliability. There we go. So, I actually wrote down a little agenda for this episode, things that I want to get done. So, things that I want to get done today. Obviously, I want to complete the recall of the Renowns. Because, you know, the Renowns, we want to get them all in good working order. And then I've put, you know, basically the things I want to get done today: Renown recall, extend the 106, etc. Now, there's a minibus free here, and oh, you know what, that can do 190s. That can do 190s, I'm perfectly fine with that doing 190s. That's going on a 30A. That's going on a beltway. Right, well, I want to be running these on beltways, so beltways, let's run them. 105s. I don't mind running the 105 with small buses because it's not the busiest route. It's very busy, don't get me wrong, but it's not the busiest route that we have. Certainly I would rather run a beltway than an orbit at this juncture, because I don't have a choice. So, 105. Let's go over to... Nope. Depots. Let's go over to East Kilbride. No, actually, let's not go to East Kilbride because they're down to their double-deckers. Let's go over to OA, because they have all the Sataras and stuff. Not East Kilbride. To the Arrows garage. Who is free at the Arrows garage? Ooh, a Satara. Although I would rather have the Citaro running a beltway, because they have more capacity than the Renowns, even. Let's get this beltway up. Ooh, hello. You can do that beltway, but you're a little dart. Can you do this 190? No, that can't do that 190, but it can do that beltway. So let's apologise to the people of the beltway. They've got a dart, as well as the Marshall thing. Oh dear. A 190 needs assigning. I don't think any of the deckers will be free. No, and there are a lot of Renowns actually. Let's see if we can do 190 allocation and 106 allocation from Paisley. That might be useful if we can do that. So, okay. Who is free? Who can I shove a shift on? I think what I'll do, as a little thing, is I will set the automatically wash the bus to 80%. There we go. That should increase reliability a bit, seeing as a big source of our problems seems to be... Ooh, the lag is real. A big source of our problems seems to be that they can't get to the bus wash. Oh, that's driving shift. That's waiting for a bus wash. That is drives to depot, and it is stinky. Which one are you? You are VW28, so you'll be parking there. Very nice. Wow, it is laggy. This is painful on my side too. Oof. Yeah, the game just straight up doesn't know what to do at this point. I definitely need more RAM, I think. Bus is currently in use. There we go. Now it's going off to Volvo to get fixed. You are in the depot. You're still waiting for a bus wash. Are you still waiting for a bus wash? You're still waiting for a bus wash. What are you? You're VW12. And you're going to be waits for a parking space. That's going to go to the manufacturer. As are you. Basically just need to wait for all of these Renowns to come in. And, you know, get them going to the manufacturer. As and when. Ooh, this is a nightmare. Oh, that was very, very quickly. I think. Oh no, I managed it. Oh, this is a nightmare. It's a nightmare at 3 FPS. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort out the recall off camera. I have however much really laggy footage that proves that the recall happened, like 21 minutes. So yeah, I'll come back when the recall has been dealt with and we can do more fun things. So I'm back. I've basically went off camera and set up the fleets for tomorrow to see just how well we can cope with the recall. So these B7Ls will be doing a lot of weird stuff. You know, they're going to be way not just on the 108. I believe some of them are going to be starting off of the 108. Yeah, you're starting on 106s. That one's doing beltways. I think these two are doing, well, two of them are doing beltways for most of the, or for the entire day. Maybe, oh no, wait, hang on. That's these Renowns are doing beltways all day. Apparently they're waiting for workshop space. Yeah, how many mechanics do we have? We have 8 mechanics. My mechanics. Work schedule, mechanics. Oh. Let's have 4 mechanics present at all times. And, you know, that way there's one for each lifting stand. And then I'll just have to remember to hire more mechanics as time goes on. Is this one of the new ones? Yeah, that's one of the new ones. Cool. So, I thought I would show you guys something. I'll pick one that's not going out super early. You. So, VW60 is going to be our little guinea pig. Oh, hello, you are stinky. Just manually make sure that gets cleaned. VW60 is going to be how I show you the 108's livery, because of course we're dragging the 108 kicking and screaming into the Orbits network. And it's going to be, well, it's going to get a livery in line with the rest of them, with the sort of, with the swoop and branded roof type deal. In fact, here it comes now. And there's been a massive crash. Guys, drive my buses carefully, please. Wait, what? Where's that going? First of all, that's VW51, not VW60. Which is the one that I sent to be painted? Oh, there it is. There's... Oh, I sent 59, not 60. I'm good at this. So yeah, here it is. Beautiful B7L Wright Eclipse Metro. Which... Isn't it just fantastic? Game has frozen. There we go. It froze at a really good spot to show off just how nice these buses look, but you know. So import repaint. And it's got this livery. I think it's the lightest colour of all of them. It certainly is like the most vibrant. Nothing is going to change with the 108 in terms of its routing, although I'm pretty sure it's going to need a frequency uplift to meet that every 12 minutes promise. Because I don't think it's especially frequent at the moment, because it's pretty much a demonstrator route for the type. But here we are. The B7L template, or really the Eclipse template, is much easier to work with than the Renown template. And so I was able to get this to line up a whole lot better. And I remember to put the legals on it. I sort of went back and put the legals on it. I redid a bunch of the Renown ones, mostly because I was going to, or mostly because I planned to extend the 106. Because I thought the 106 was sort of really short. So the 106 is going to be extended. 108, this is what they're going to look like later. I do like this garage at night, because there's... I don't know if there's any night services from Polmedy, so every bus is home at the same time. Clean. And yeah, another problem the depot has is there's only 3 bus washers. Why was I looking at these? 4 refueling stations is actually perfectly adequate. Also, I didn't realise the buses, like, lights changed their texture when they illuminated. I just thought the emissions turned on, but no. It appears that the Renown, at least. Hang on. Oh yeah, the textures do change. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. That bus is so stinky, it's coming out of both doors. I also noticed that there were a bunch of drivers queuing up for vending machines. So I put some vending machines just scattered throughout the garage, wherever they would fit. Ooh, lag. Ooh, this is a bad lag. What do you mean 132 was not sent off? Let's send 132 off. How do these buses just show up? And they take 21 hours to be fixed. It's like, are we flying them back to Northern Ireland? Or is it a Volvo problem? We need to fly them back to Sweden. But like, damn, 21 hours. I know 21 hours to get a bus fixed is no biggie. Especially that, you know, every B10BLE Renown needs fixing. This is actually, you know, these timescales are like, the industry wishes that a recall only took 21 hours per bus and they could do them all concurrently. But let's see who is... Ooh. I'll put a DAF on the 105. Now, there's a bunch of... Let me check who's free at EK. At EK, I managed to free up 7 of the VAs. Which I don't know, that feels kind of promising. Although they're all out. So maybe what I'll do is I'll assign EKs through the shift scheduler. So I'll just... Oh, no, I can't do that, because that doesn't come free until 5:30. So yeah, that's going to start on 202s. Then at 13:20, it's going to do 200s. And then at 21:05, it's going to do 190s. This is cursed. Right, then this one comes free at 6:25. So it'll do 190s for the early afternoon. And then it'll immediately go back out on 200s for the rest of the day. Now 5:30. That'll have 10 minutes here and go out on 200s. Then at 12:45, it'll do 220s. And at 20:35, it'll go on 202s. Then this one comes free at 6. So this will do 190s until 13:40. And then it'll stay on 190s until 21:10. Now 5:55. That's doing 200s. There's a lot of 200s. That's doing 200s until 13:35. Where it'll have a very long break and do 229s. Now 5:55. That won't do 229s. That'll have a break until 11:40. Where it'll do 190s until 19:10. And then it'll go straight back out on 190s. 6:55 now. 11:40 on 229s. until 1820, when I'll put it on 210s. Then anything that finishes before 1945, apparently this game really wants me to put these on 200s and 229s and 190s. I'll put it on 200s because that is an important route in East Kilbride. 1305. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to assign anything else there, but that gets everything assigned from East Kilbride that I can do. Then let's put double-deckers. Ooh, actually, what's free at... I marked Paisley down as PO off to the side. It is PY. There we go. So at Paisley, we have 5 Tridents and 9 B7s. So let's go over to Paisley. And there's the next one from East Kilbride, a 221. Which really does not need double deckers, but hey ho. A 220. Which also does not need, to be fair, I mean I put Renowns on them for a reason. They don't need double deckers. There we go. Now back to PO for the rest of these allocations. And a lot of these can take quite small buses, so I'll use the small buses where I can, and where I can't, I use the big ones. I don't think the 138 needs one of those. In fact, the 138 might get away with one of those. The 106 definitely will. And there's another one from... or another one that we're going to do from Paisley. Now this would be a result. And back to PO for a 105. Put a dart on it. There we go. Now there's a 190, which will go from Paisley. This one is WV4. That one will do it. A 210. Go back to Paisley. WV7. We'll do that. Back to PO again. For a 138. There's our last minibus. Now, back to East Kilbride, which means we have to go to Paisley. How many of these were free? 9 of these B7s were free. This would certainly be quite the day to be a bus spotter in East Kilbride / Paisley / well, to be fair, Glasgow. And then I believe that's it, because none of the ADLs are free. So let's go back to Paisley and just have a look. See if there's something that will go. Although I highly doubt. Yeah, none of those will go. So let's return to Polmady. Are any of you happy to do a 190? Yes. Now, 30A. You can go a 229. I don't think anyone here is happy to do that. Apart from VTA 53. No, that's not managing the 229. That's not getting around the 229. I have to cancel that one. Or find something out of Oscar Alpha, which was meant to be assisting Polmedy. But here we are. I'll put something small on the 229 because it used to run with MSs. And to be fair, it looks like it'll still cope. Nope, I started running the game and it lagged. So yeah, I'll put MS4 on it. There's a 210. Which also looks like it'll cope with small buses, so... that one. A 202. Which will be busy, but again it will cope with smalls. A 190. Which I wouldn't want to be on a small bus for. But there is a DS free, so... I'll have the DS do that. A 210, which I'll put a Marshall on, or that one. A 200. I mean, to be fair, it is understandable that that OA would be helping a lot with East Kilbride rather than Polmedy, because Polmedy's got a very substantial fleet of other things. And that's just not the case at East Kilbride. 08. Put MS13 on that. Another 229. Let's put MS12 on there. And back to Polmedy, where let's see if we have something that can do a 106. We don't. Hey, what was 53 on? Oh, 53, I see it doesn't start until 10 to 1. That'd be why. We could put a VTA on the Beltway. Oh, hang on, before I start the game moving at any kind of clip. The statistics for yesterday. Down a smidge. Now, I wanted to check the 108 for timetable. What are we talking? We are saying oh, interesting, we were saying. Okay, hang on, let's go to... Okay, so it's every half hour off peak and every 15 minutes at peak times. So actually, I don't know if we'll need like that many new B7s for the 108. I think it's still going to be pretty substantial, but it's not... I don't know what I was thinking it would be. I don't know why I was thinking it would be every 20 minutes. That's not a frequency I use that often. But there we are. Let's go to OA and get these assigned with... We'll use all the small buses first for non-beltway work. But then you've got this beltway thing. That's going to go and do... Or that's going to be done by a Citaro. MC37 to be precise. Over to OA. Ooh, lag. Big lag. Ooh, I got the spinning wheel of doom. I think all of the MSs are actually used. Yeah, all of the small buses are now used up. That's fun. Ooh, it's very choppy. And I'll prioritize the Beltway for assignments rather than any of the other services. I forgot about this. This has quite a complex timetable. So interval of rush hour is going to be every 12, and it's going to run every 15 during the day. So say that we need 24 of them. So we will need 24 B7L metros. So if I return to OA and see how many of them we actually have now, we have bus fleet, solar buses, VW49 to VW62. 49 to 62. What a weird number of buses to have. That feels like a really weird number. But because my brain isn't braining right now, I'm gonna do use the calculator. Yeah, apparently we have 13. I'm just as stumped as you are. And they're going to be for Paisley, because well, I'm moving the 108. It just makes more sense at Paisley, I think. So, Marketplace, new buses, Optime Metro City there. I was told, use that in South Coast, so I might use that in South Coast. Hint, I will be using it in South Coast. I don't know if that episode will have already gone up, probably not in fact. No, it won't. My backlog is currently 0, so this is going up this week, and South Coasts that I've not recorded yet is going up next week. So yeah, Metro Cities and South Coast. Get excited. This is technically the 108 B7L VWs with passenger information system, import repaint, and it is an Orbit 108. Isn't it lovely? There we go, the first B7Ls for Paisley. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it's taken this long. Anyway, we need one more. Orbit 108. Yes, I don't know if you saw it there when I was showing it off earlier, but the garage code on the livery is Paisley. So, these are going to be... Where did we get up to with Renowns? I think 148. So I kind of like the idea of these being like Y949. Oh, no. Orbit 108 \N. There we go. And that's going to be caps lock please. PY, fleet number VW 149. Y949. OGA. I like OGA because it's an Orbit. That's fun. So I will get the rest of these plated up, and I will join you back when they're done. That's VW 150. And finally we have Y959 OGA, better known to its drivers as VW 159. There we go. Our fleet of B7Ls for an uplifted 108. Second batch of B7Ls ever for National Busways West Scotland, and they're going to start nowhere near their intended routes. They're going to start providing services out of PO. A 229, which I wonder, because the B7L in real life has a shorter wheelbase than the B7BLE, if the B7L would perform better than a Renown on the 229. Of course, in real life, the way a bus handles a route alone is not the only factor that would have changed the popularity of it. But, you know, I can dream. I can dream that these things are a bit more reliable, and that there were maybe some hanging on in service still. But as far as I'm aware, there's not a single one left. I think OA is definitely like the best garage so far at National Busways West Scotland, even though it's like a little outstation for the Orange Arrow services that run through Glasgow city centre. It's just such a useful garage whenever things hit the fan in the manner that they have today. And in the not too distant future, hopefully, OA will be the sign, or will be the start of something big. Literally. However, for now, that's all I can do from OA. OA has given everything that it can give. East Kilbride is also turn out for the books amazing today, because there's buses from everywhere, I think, in East Kilbride at the moment. Obviously the Beltway. We've got double deckers on the Beltway for the first time. And the 190's got all sorts on it, including that little Marshall. So, something that I'm actually going to do now, pause the game for it, is we're going to extend the 106 from Newton Mearns up into Barrhead, because we're going to have the 107 terminate there, and I wanted the 107 to connect into something at Barrhead, and the 106 felt really short. So it just sort of makes a lot of sense to extend the 106 to Barrhead. So the first thing I'm going to do is that's going to say Barrhead to Castlemilk, and we're not going to edit timetable. We're going to go back to it and hit the correct button, which is edit route. And the 106 is now in, or the 106's extension is now in to Barrhead. It adds a substantial chunk of mileage to the route, and has this really nice non-stop section, which probably looks quite nice given the sort of reservoirs. That section's probably like a less urbanized version of the bit of like the 123 and the 230 that go through Walthamstow wetlands, which, living in Tottenham for a couple of years, I became very familiar with, and it was quite pleasant. Don't they look fabulous? In fact, this is going to be the thumbnail. There we go. That's the thumbnail in. Ooh, we have some Renowns back. We have a Renown back. And it's not got the thing. Oh my god, we have Renowns back. We have some Renowns. 42 of them are back, including the first ones of the Orbits, which means you can get repainted. Because VW 130, 131, 132 and 133 are going to be repainted into the 106's scheme, which... Oh yeah, the 106 has a new livery. The lettering here is quite high up, but you can still see that that's a V and a W, so I don't really mind. But that is really pretty. In fact, because I can fit more than just one bus in, so I'll do that. And I'll have two to choose from. Won't that be lovely? The recall is thoroughly winding down. There's a lot of Renowns back in the garage now. You know, it almost just looks how the depot looks during a busy service day. You know, there aren't many missing. Very happy about that. I do really like Land or Swoop. It doesn't work on every bus, but Land or Swoop works really well on some of them, and I think this is one. Like, isn't it just gorgeous? I think, with the arrival of our Renowns, I'll leave it there. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.